so hot. Happy. Much more comfortable in my sandals. Idaho today. Look not like a bum. The question is, how are you happy without looking like a meth head or a speed head? Dancing around too much. Hot though. There's probably 4 or 5 times as many people coming through here where I'm at right now, so I'm gonna get a ride the next hour here. I have a feeling that there's a lot of police around here, so I'm feeling I might get a visit. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to not be on the interstate, so I'm staying right on the sidewalk here so that I'm not on the interstate ramp, because that's owned separately from the county or the state. like half the time yesterday, I was like, should I have my hair down in a bun? Should I have my hair down? Should I have a ponytail? What do you think? It's an owner-operator. Such a tan here. I'm so red. Chicago or bust? Chicago or bust is right. Some people are so serious, like you can't like they like don't even want to look at you. They'll just wave. Waving, it's okay to wave. You don't have to be awkward about everything. You know, like, I think it's like the businessman. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get picked up by any businessmen at all. It's all gonna be working class people. Like, I truly believe that. Yeah, you know, like, I sometimes get worried when I see people. I've picked up a few hitchhikers, but I've passed a lot more hitchhikers than I've picked up. So, I mean, I get it. I'm just trying not to look like a homeless bum. Is what I'm really working on. I'm trying not to smell like one either. I got deodorant on today, which I usually don't wear deodorant, but... more cars that passed here than the last stop. Like an hour, it would have taken that many cars to pass. I'll get it right in the next hour. I'm confident of it. Gotta yield, buddy. A yield is a yield. not gonna try to hitchhike with the cop. Give him a salute. Cops do courtesy drives. Whoa. Yeah. My stream, I will always be flipping because my gimbal sucks. But cops will do courtesy rides. I've had 2 cops give me rides. One in Texas when my van burnt up. They drove me all the way to the border of Louisiana and Texas. Super nice cops. And I got got a ride from this beautiful cop. I actually like. She was gorgeous. She was super cool, and her birthday was like one day before mine, and she was a snowboarder. And I was volunteered at Telluride Blues and Brews Festival. It's up in the mountains. I don't know if you've ever been to Telluride. Telluride's it's like you literally drive up into the mountains. There's one way in, one way out. My van broke down, and she stopped by, and I talked to her. And as I was walking back, I was going to start hitchhiking, and she picked me up and scooped me up and drove me all the way to the festival, about 25 minutes. But they'll call it in as a courtesy ride. So just keep that in mind, and that's what the police should be there for. They should be there to help. I saw a lot of cops out here on the trip to Oregon. We saw like 3 or 4 cops changing tires, so that was really good to see. Really good to see. But I can almost bet that I'm not going to get picked up by anyone in a suit. I'm hoping that with my gimbal and stuff and my phone, people see that, they might think I'm not totally a crackhead, but I'm not sure. I'll put this back down. I'm gonna drink all my water before I even leave here, I suspect. People get so serious. Like, why so serious? Just wave and smile. Wave and smile. Get like all like rough on their steering wheel, like they're gonna attack you. Next hour, I'm getting a ride. Next hour. Nice friendly wave. That's how you're supposed to interact with humans. Fair. Had fair. It has a kayak. It's having a fun time today. Fairful. Fairful of people. Gas prices keep continuing on as they are. People are going to be hitchhiking all over the place. How can some of these people afford to even... Gas is killing them. cars as they're passing. I don't know if this is good content or not, but I'm creating it. I love seeing people in fair. It's actually, I love fair. It's a great emotion to play off. I get it. I mean, I'm being judgy, but loosen up. Pennsylvania, Oregon. She's got a mask on. My last ride, I gave her a hug. I wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her, and hugs are cool. I'm a hugger. In such a better mood than yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday I felt so defeated. Today, there's nothing that's gonna stop me today. I got a bunch of juice. I got powered up for an hour here, sat down and rested. I felt like I needed to take a nap, but we got sunshine to burn. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Comments. Yo, what's up? You capping? Chris, no, this different intersection, Chris. You don't actually look like a homeless person. You're too clean. Yeah, I know. I should have shaved my. I should have gotten these cleaned up a little bit more too, though. Yeah, Chris is who dropped me off, and I had a wonderful time with him in Oregon. Him and his kids, and his little kid Lyric. He has the implants. It's a magnet that sticks to the. I can't ever remember what the actual name of the implants are, but he can't hear. So it was kind of a challenge keeping his batteries charged up. And but Lyric, I asked him what his favorite thing was. He said his favorite thing was going in the whole 5 days that we were in the Oregon coast and stuff, and in Seattle. He said being in the river was his favorite thing. So that was super special for me. I loved hearing him say that. He's just an amazing kid. You take for granted hearing, and my friend Chris has a lot of nonverbal communications with him when he has his airs out, and he's just such a happy kid. And you know, you take for granted sometimes some of what we have, our health, I guess you might say. And he doesn't have his hearing, but he is so happy, and he was happy with that we were camping too, that he was learning primitive skills, he said, while we were sitting around the campfire. So that made me feel good. And I don't have much, but like, I try to get my friends' kids out in the woods and just to have fun, kind of break some of those rules that they don't really get them off, get out of the screen time. You know, there's so many rivers and caves and waterfalls that you could go and visit. Maybe not if you're in Chicago, but in other places they're a lot cooler. Probably why I don't stay around Chicago too long. Someone's gonna pitch or drive really loud and hit the gas. I just got the hijack. I want to get one of those for my van eventually. Oh, we did spend 3 days in the woods prior. Not much chance to get all cleaned up. Super happy kid. Infectious. Yes, he is. I love Lyric, man. I love Lyric. They are the 10 waterfalls at Silver Falls, east of Salmon, Oregon. There are 10 waterfalls at Silver Falls, east of Salmon, Oregon. Where's Salmon? That's. I don't know Oregon at all. Like, this was my first experience in Oregon, so it was really nice. Oh, Dot. Yeah, that's what my friend Jason said. Lots of traffic. Yeah, lots of traffic here. Lots of traffic. If I'm not successful, I'm going to get the sign going. My friend Jason called me this morning and said I needed a sign. Something funny. What do you guys think I should put on my sign? I was thinking like, not homeless, not a bum, follow me on my YouTube channel, something along those lines. I'm not really sure. I got some juice. Salem is a capital. See, I should know that. About 50 miles south of Portland. Not homeless. Yes. So that's not too far from Bend then. Exactly, yes. Not a junkie. No, I'm not a junkie. Some people might think I am sometimes because I'm kind of, I don't like to work as much. I have skills, I just don't like to work. Because no matter how much I worked, I always had the same amount of money pretty much. It was always spent the week before. So the least amount, and I never went anywhere. Now I don't work, I don't have as much money, but I've been all over the country this year. You know? How you doing? Good, good. Been all over the country. I did the Gulf Coast. I drove the Gulf Coast. I was in Austin. Went to San Antonio. I was in Dallas, Fort Worth, Galveston, Belvedere Beach. Had some drinks in a little dive bar deep in the bayou in Louisiana. That was awesome. They have a whole different language there. I was in Taos, Arroyo Seco. We went through Kansas and Nebraska. I went through Kansas and Nebraska, or Kansas and Arkansas, Missouri. I went through Missouri 4 times already this year. Crisscross. Was in Maryland, Indiana, Ohio, Virginia, Maryland. Flew out to Atlanta a few times this year. I was working then. I don't even know if I have a job still with the guy. I told him I wanted to be a backup contractor, and I just wanted to work here and there. So I've been all over the place this year with him. Atlanta, did all the Amazon buildings in Atlanta. Memphis, Mississippi, We were in Lexington, Kentucky for a job, downtown Lexington we stayed at. We stayed in the Pyramid in Memphis. So that was cool. So I do have a semi-decent job. I don't want to work. I would rather see the world. I'm just tuning in. Okay, hold on. I'll catch up in the comments here. Trying to hitchhike and comment. Silver Falls Park, 2.5 miles away. Okay, Chris. I guess that's our next spot. I'm just tuning. Why are you needing a ride and you have really nice teeth? Well, thank you. I've spent way too much money because I've destroyed my teeth from soda, and I probably got at least 10 grand into them, so I hope they look good because I don't have 10 grand in anything else. And I've had some teeth removed, and I try to stay up on it. It's hard not having money to get the dental thing. And that's something I think that more people should have. And people are so judgmental with teeth. Unfortunately, that's just reality. So I was blessed with that, but other things I was not blessed with. So I guess we all have our ups and downs. And I'm hitchhiking. I'm hitchhiking from Oregon to Chicago just because I didn't want my friend to have to pay for the ticket back. And I kind of wanted the challenge, and I almost gave up yesterday, but I'm sweating now. But yeah, just really the adventure. I had a lot of fear about it, so I love kind of conquering my fears. As uneasy and how I don't like to feel, it's always like an amazing thing to conquer your fear, because I know after this I'm gonna feel great. I'll hitchhike all the time if I get through this without any issue. Like, I went camping with my friends. We did 4 nights, 5 days in Manistee National Forest in northern Michigan a couple years ago in 30-degree weather. Dropped into the 20s, raining, snow. We hiked. I don't know how many miles we hiked. There was a lot. I mean, we were doing some miles every day. And then we canoed back down the Manistee River. It's a national forest. It's up in northern Michigan. And after that, I wouldn't probably be here if it wasn't for that. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that, because I wouldn't be able to hammock. I got my hammock gear and my screen and my rainfly, so I could pop up really wherever. I already scoped the spot over here if all goes bad today, but I'm gonna get a ride here in a little bit. I'm not even worried about it. That's cool. Are you ever considering getting in the car with a stranger? No, not really. Yeah, potentially have to check it. Yeah, the West Coast is amazing. A couple years ago, I did the 101 up the California coast. I lived in Menifee for a little bit. I did not like it there. But I went all the way up to Shasta County, and then for a couple weeks I was up and down between LA and San Antonio. So that was amazing, just camping on the beach, Cocoa Beach, San Clemente, San Clemente, Santa Monica is beautiful, the art there, the graffiti. I had a friend who had a store in Anaheim, so I kind of helped him for a little bit, for a couple days. I was in Tucson for, not last winter, but the winter before. Tucson's great. There's not much water things. There's the Seven Sisters Fall. If you're ever in Tucson, it's a beautiful waterfall. Beautiful waterfall. And then on the Tanque Verde Road, east of Tucson, you go all the way east on Tanque Verde in downtown in Tucson, and you could camp. There's dispersed camping up along the hill overlooking Tucson. It's beautiful. They got all the cacti and everything, and like, oh my gosh, like one of the top places I love to sleep. Not cool on the weekends. There's a lot of people out there, but during the week, super calm, super chill. I drive out there and just stay the night or two. So yeah, it was cool going to Maryland and Virginia this year. Beautiful. So much history, so many cool farms and camps and stuff. And yeah. So somehow I've traveled 100 times more than I ever did when I was working all the time. So that's why I don't want to work anymore. Like, there's just too many beautiful things. There's so much out there. So much out there. So much out there. I just always felt trapped working. And the more money I made, the less money I had. I didn't understand that. But now I'm just all about just not needing a lot. When you don't need things, when you don't need to buy some weed or buy alcohol every day or buy cigarettes every day, even buy coffee every day, it starts cutting back on the costs and you don't have to work as much. So it's really not a matter of making more, it's about being happy with less. And my mom is really good at that. She's a minimalist. She doesn't even try to be a minimalist, she just is a minimalist. Yeah, it totally is the armpit of California, Third Eye. I met Third Eye in Taos, New Mexico. A very lovely lady. She didn't make it out to the property. We were hoping she'd stop by, but maybe next time if the property's still around. Every state is like a different country. I grew up in military brat. Yeah, see, my mom, we always traveled real close to home because we didn't have too much money, right? My mom just didn't spend money. She was paying down her mortgage. And so we didn't get to travel. But I know I got a few friends that are military brats, and they get all over the place. And yes, and a lot of times they're different countries because they're separated by land masses, mountains, or big rivers and stuff. And you get a whole different thing on the other side. When you cross over that mountain, you get a whole different experience. So that traveling is so good for the soul. I was telling the lady I was riding with earlier today that like I love all the different animals. Like every place has different animals. You have wild hogs in Texas. You have javelinas in Tucson. You have the gators in Florida. I did the Everglades, and I did Homestead. I was all over Florida this year. Went down to Miami. I did the Keys out in Miami. I had to move from last place because my landlord got arrested for child. I'm living in my bed and actually loving not having much. Vigzart. Yeah, the van life, man. I've been doing it for 5 years. My van burnt up in December. My friends bought me my friend Jason, he set up a GoFundMe account before GoFundMe wasn't totally like hated on, and I just love van life. I've met so many cool people. You're basically an upscale homeless person, and so homeless people love you, and rich people love you because they want to not be working all the time at our cost. It's cool at our cost. So where are you at, Vigzart? What kind of rig are you running? I had a Chevy Astro. I'm on my third one. Awesome, Chris. It wasn't easy as a kid, but I did ride across the country. At our cost. Military doesn't even have to pay for their moves. Everything is free for them. Yeah, Chris is a military brat. Chris actually got me onto base at Fort Hood. We got to set up a comm system. Super cool day. That was a super cool day being on the base in Fort Hood. Yeah, I'm very grateful I met Chris. I met Chris on Craigslist, actually. I remodeled his kitchen. I remodeled his bathroom first, and then I remodeled his kitchen, and we became friends. And here I am. I'm hitchhiking because of him right now. So who would have ever thought like a Craigslist ad from 5 years ago would have done that? I learned all my HTML. So I did all the codes. I had cool little fonts and bold titles, and it was all centered. It wasn't like everyone else's Craigslist. I took some time to learn that HTML, that's computer language. And that got me that job. That got me to here where I am today. Those little stupid things. Awesome, Chris. It wasn't easy as a kid, but I did ride across the country. So why are you hitchhiking? I'm hitchhiking just because. just to get over my fear. It's been on a bucket list. I've always thought about it. I talked about it. Talk. I never did anything, and I almost whipped out and didn't do it. But here I am. I'm about to catch my 3rd ride here very soon. I'm probably gonna sweat off 10 pounds though in the process. And it probably wouldn't hurt me. My dad is famous now. That is, I'm in Tacoma, Seattle. Oh, hi Seattle, Tacoma. Tacoma, what? Tacoma's what? Tacoma. Tacoma's Washington, right? Jace. I keep wanting to say Jace. Washington. Okay, cool, yeah. Thanks, Molten Metal. A lot of it's for just to prove to myself that there's lots of kind people and the other people. For the few people that watch my channel. My channel's I put a lot of work into it. Just a lot of videos. And, you know, sometimes you just don't get any views, and that's just what it is. You just gotta continue on. I got a couple big views. My best one is 15,000 views. A couple months ago, I got 15 on one. I got 50,000, a couple 50. I got a 50, a 30, and a 40,000 in my TikTok. I'm working on my TikTok. I got a Rumble, Instagram. I got all the networks. Gab. I don't use much of the other ones, but maybe someday I will. So, man, I got this. Well, thank you, little guy. I'm glad you had fun camping. The YT is Chris's son. That's why he said his dad's famous. Funny. Just hoping I get up along the river. Wherever I get dropped off, I want to be by the water. I really don't want to be in a dry spot because I'll drink right out of the river if I have to. I'm not planning on it, but I'm drinking. This might sound disgusting to some people, but I've drinking most of the springs I've been at, most of the hot springs I've been at, I've taken a little water in. The hot springs, not so much, but most definitely the cold springs. I've drinking most of the cold springs I've been to, and I've been to a whole lot. So I haven't died yet, and I think that my gut bacteria, that I have a bunch of stuff in there that I could drink from the river and be just fine. I have a life straw, I have a purification system, but it's in Chicago with my backpacking stuff, my backpacking gear, and I couldn't bring everything because I didn't even get a carry-on bag for the flight. I just got a personal item because I wanted to keep it cheap for my friend Chris coming down here. And so I just packed super light, and I'm super light right now. Just the absolute necessities. Come on, you got a cool mustache, man. You should be picking up hitchhikers. Chicken Little. Someone's gonna pick me up here eventually. Vixart, you love the info about the People's Convoy. Well, thank you, man. Like, I had so much fun. I met so many amazing people, and yeah, I'm actually might try to. I gotta get some of my eBay stuff shipped out when I get back to Chicago, but truthfully, I'm trying. I think as of today, I decided that I'm gonna go to DC, and I got some questions for a bunch of the streamers that are still there in DC. And I'm going to do some ambush journalism. So if they're watching, because I know they watch, Oreo and First Responder, and I know you're watching. Watch out. The Defender Advance is coming for you. I got questions. I got lots of questions. So I'm glad you enjoyed my content. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of I just kind of fake it until I make it, really, with everything I've ever done. And eventually I guess I'll become a better thing. I bought a phone. The phone I actually paid. I waited for Black Wednesday and got it for about $1,000 with taxes. $1,200-$1,300 phone. I saved up for my little gimbal, which it sucks. Don't get the DJI. This thing has just been nothing but just crappy. I'm trying my best to have better content, but it's hard. I just don't have a lot of money, and I'm not really worried about it. It'll come. I had one of my subscribers buy me some external mics. Actually, a subscriber to my channel, another guy's channel, and she got me some mics, sent it to him in Missouri, and he mailed it to me here in I was in Texas, and I have a friend that they mailed it to in Austin. Go to Tennessee and ambush the People's Porch. Reverend Jennifer from the convoy. Are you still in Oregon? Yes, I'm still in Oregon, YT. Well, I do want to go to the People's Porch. I actually was commenting on the People's Porch last night. I want to talk to them. I got questions. Well, they're starting to ask some questions. Okay, here, let me ask you this. I guess Jennifer is the one that cooked for the convoy. Yeah, she is the one who cooked for the convoy. Both of them cooked, I believe. Did River and Jennifer, is River his name? I don't know the guy's name. I know Jennifer's her name. I thought they were both cooking. I'm not a fan of Oreo. I'm not a fan of Oreo at all. That's who I'm coming to ambush. So, Oreo, I'm coming for you, dude. Like, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I know you're going to be condescending and mean and probably call me some fascist or leftist or some type of something stupid. Robert. Okay, Robert. So what questions would you ask, Vic? Questions would you ask? Would you ask them? Just curious. What kind of ambush questions should I ask? And fuck Oreo. Yeah, Anarchy Princess. That's what I like to hear. You're already in my good graces here. He is a punk. When he was on Periscope. When he did the TBC, he said his car was vandalized. He said it happened. So, yeah, I think all that vandalism is just all bullshit. I was talking to my friend Anna yesterday, and she's like, yeah, his car's been vandalized like 4 times, the suspect. But he also has white privilege on his car, which, if you want issues, put white privilege on your car. I'm sure people will tag it up. Don't park on the south side of Chicago. All right, all right, here, I'm not a fan of Jennifer's the one who cooked. Go to Tennessee and ambush. Might go to Tennessee too and meet up with Freedom Squirrel and her husband Red Squirrel. I think Red Squirrel's the screen name on YouTube. I'm still in Oregon. Fish pea is nutritious. It is. It's high in nitrates. Depending on how diluted or how many ppms the nitrates are, the parts per million in the water depends on how nutritious the water is. I've studied a lot about nitrates and the nitrification process for growing plants in water, aquaponics. Very friendly, a lot of people are waving, giving me thumbs ups and stuff, so that's cool. I don't know, do I have to be like this? Is the thumbs up like this? Like, I think maybe people are just thinking I'm giving them a thumbs up. He said the car was vandalized, and every time it happens, these people leave symbolism before. I find that odd. Like, what kind of symbolism? I didn't see that. A child is watching. I was being nice. Yeah. He's not foreign to bad language. My friend Chris, I believe, has done a really good job of raising his kids. They're very wholesome kids, but swearing and using certain languages okay with them. And his father has given permission because this is an 18 and up stream, so he gets a pass. I'm trying to be okay with it. All right. So, where are you? I just heard about you. I'm in. Where am I? I'm in Pendleton. I'm in Pendleton. keep forgetting I'm not just live streaming, I'm hitchhiking too. Alright. The farmers, come on, come on, come on. Lots of traffic here. I'm gonna get out of here soon. Anarchy Princess. Yes. All right. I love you already. I'll check you out, guys. Check her out. Give her a like, share, and subscribe. I saw a lady yesterday. I was watching BC Preacher stream, and they were all concerned about this girl called Nancy Drew, who was interviewing Santa. Nancy Drew was asking, she had some great insight. It was a very good stream, actually. And BC Preacher thought he was coming to save Santa, and same with First Responder Media. Like, First Responder Media was running. And, yeah, she had great, she was way more of a journalist than those assholes. And, yeah, they're just bad vibes. Yes, he can't stop talking about me. Jail, I mean. I was hoping you were on the way to the mail to confront. Oh no, I'm most definitely going to confront him. Him, First Responder, BC Preacher, WYSIWYG. They're all getting questions. WYSIWYG has my father's vintage patch. He sent me a message saying that he found it, and then he played dumb, and now he says he doesn't have it. So that was my dad's van life patch from the 80s, 40 years ago. So I'm not materialistic. I really don't have many things that are like important, and I kept that out of my van, and I brought it to the convoy, and I left the stand out the one day, and he grabbed it and took a picture and said he had it, and now it was gone. I saw my tripod. Some other streamer had that, so they like, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, Anthony. I'm gonna subscribe to you after I'm done with this live. Put my info on the dark web. Oh, he's doxing you? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He would do that. I rolled my truck in Oregon 2017. Nasty winter storm on 84 near Hermiston, Oregon. Wow. Can't jail. I mean, I was hoping you were on the way. I could be wrong, but I remember watching it, finding odd, and came to the conclusion they are paid. They are paid. Oreo or WYSIWYG was hired by the U.S. Transportation Alliance. He was the official streamer of the People's Convoy. If you looked at their websites, I actually did a video 3 months ago on it. If you look at the website, 3 months ago, if you looked at the website, you would see that WYSIWYG was the only official streamer of the People's Convoy. And WYSIWYG is he works for Hollywood. He's a dolly grip. He's a dolly grip for major Hollywood films. Spider-Man, Grey's Anatomy, what else? Castle, the series Castle, and about 40 other Hollywood movies and shows. A serious dolly grip. Like, he was paid, like, so, and then he went to streaming. No. Something's up, man. Something's weird. Something's funny. Something's fishy. You don't just go to streaming some convoy when you're in the dolly grip union for Hollywood. No. There's something funny. So yeah, that's and I don't think Oreo and First Responder are too far behind him. I haven't been able to track down their previous history besides 2 years ago. They're pretty much they don't exist 2 years ago. Oreo, my YouTube channel is older than Oreo's channel. What you see is what you get. First Responders Media and BC Preachers combined. My channel's older, my YouTube channel. I don't have any type of the following of theirs, but my content's much more real. So, yeah. Look at here. An 84 near Hermiston. What kind of truck was it? Did I miss what you said your truck was? Yeah, he did that shit himself. I believe it is an Orange Crush can. I don't know what that means. Sock IP makes you swim better. I'm a pretty damn good swimmer, man. I could probably swim. Like if the river flowed the other way, I would probably put my backpack in a garbage bag and just float my fat ass right down the river. And I would be the happiest man in the world, just floating for days. But the river was flowing towards the Pacific. Actually, the river I just stayed on, the Columbia River, is the largest discharge of water into the Pacific Ocean. Fun fact. Thanks, Anarchy Princess. I'll check you out tonight. Oh, thanks, Live Silkies. Thanks. I saw that post you made yesterday, man, and like you really put my feet to the fire. And yeah, no, I don't know why your comment meant so much to me. Maybe because I love Silkies, and so many people don't know what Silkies even are. For anyone who wants to know what a Silky is, just look at Silky costumes. They're awesome. They're the cutest little things. But Silkies are a bantam chicken. They're considered a delicacy in Japan. Before incubators, Silkies were used to sit on eggs. Our Silkies sat on some chicken eggs, some other chickens, not theirs, and some duck eggs. They'll sit on quail eggs. Some quail farmers will use Silkies as incubators because they're very broody, very motherly, and the quails are so domesticated that a lot of them won't sit on their eggs. So Silkies are used to hatch them in some free-range chicken farmers. Look at this. That little RV is pretty cool over there. Let's see if I can see it. Right, char. It's hard to see. There it is. All right, I'm gonna catch up on the comments. All right. Saw that video. I knew Spider-Man fired him and dropped all his material. Chris is off. I rolled a Ford Ranger. My current vehicle is Astro. Yes! That's my van, Vic. I'm in like all these Astro forums, man. I don't know if you've ever heard of Lovejoy. Look up Lovejoy. It's a band. Jesus drives an Astro van. It's an awesome song. So if you haven't heard that one, I love jamming it and cruising in my Astro. My last Astro, I lifted it. I put a 5-inch lift on it, put heavy-duty leaf strings, heavy-duty shackles. I did a 5-inch lift. Did a ball joint extenders. Modified my shroud for the fan. Changed out the trans lines. Extended them. Put new six new body bolts on it because it was a suspension lift and a front body lift. What else? I changed out the emergency brake because I had to drop the emergency brake line down because there's a lot. When you do like a 2 to 3 inch lift, you don't really have to make too many modifications, but when you get up into the 5-inch lift, there's a whole lot of modifications that you have to do. And that's why my van burnt. I had a quick fitting for the trans cooler lines, and there's a little flag guy. Throw him. And I didn't have it snapped in completely. I went up to Minneapolis earlier in the year and for a little work, and the cooler line snapped off and burnt up on my my muffler. How you doing? How are you wearing pants? Wearing pants out here, man. Like, I don't know how people wear pants in weather like this. Like, I literally don't come out of sandals and swim shorts almost all year if I can. I try to stay as warm as possible. All right, here. Chris is off. Black meat, black bones. Marco Polo thought they were rabbits and chickens combined. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that the bones were black, though. I just thought the meat was black. That's interesting. Mine has lots of issues with front end and transfer case. Okay. It's eating front axles. Huh. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of problems, but the thing with the Astros are the parts are so cheap. The calipers, the brakes. I mean, you know, there's a lot of the stuff is you could get a new engine and a new trans for under $1,000 if you're looking around, like a box trans. I gotta blow my nose. I have quick access to my toilet paper. Don't want to be messing around trying to, and it's in plastic so that if it rains, I'm not losing my toilet paper. There's not much that all of us do, but we all eat and we all poop. Give it a shot. They're busy. They're running some horses. Well, here's the key, man, for the mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. I mean, you probably don't want to even take advice from me because I burnt up my last van. But I'm okay that I burnt up my last van because I got another one, and I could. Now I learn. I know sometimes the hardest lessons are the best lessons, and I've learned everything on my own through YouTube videos, trial and error, lots of swearing, lots of bloody knuckles, lots of greasy knuckles. As much as I hated it, it brought me a whole lot of freedom. And that's what knowing how to be a mechanic, knowing how to fix your car is crucial to being free. Or at least not having to work as much because you could work on it yourself. And I've changed brakes on the side of the mountain, like in remote places. I've been in some places with that van stuck. I've gotten that van stuck many times, and that's kind of why I did the lift and everything. I got nice new tires. What's up, homie? What's up, M? Yo, dog. What's up? Yeah. That's it's. Well, if you're working, you should have money to pay for it, then, right? I guess that's the thought process on that. Yeah, I'm in the Astro Safari repair group and a couple other groups on Facebook. Come on. No, it is a good van. I don't care what anybody says. It's like a Jeep, but you could sleep in it. That's what the guys always say in the Astro page. It was the most popular car for 20 years. And when you go to a junkyard, there's usually 4 or 5 of them. You can pull just about any parts out of at the junkyard because there's so many of them. And what's cool about the Astros, it's very diverse in people. A lot of the white people, they're all raising it, and the Spanish are all dropping it. So it's cool to see on the Astro group the off-roaders, the lifted people, and then the Spanish with their lowriders and stuff. It's 2 different cultures, really, and but both together in that same group, working together, and super cool. I don't know. I love there's a cult following in China, Japan, for Astros. I learned and read about. I like to learn like stupid facts about things. love mine. Perfect size. Yep. Who? It's me, buddy. I don't know who me is. Just tell me and I'll know. I'm sweating, man. Black Peterbilt. Black Peterbilt. Black Peterbilt. Matt? I called you yesterday. I don't know if you saw that. If that's Matt. I think yours was a Peterbilt. I can't remember what van yours was. I think yours was black though. Yeah, yours was black. Black Peterbilt, he says. You know how many people I know with Peterbilt? No. I know a lot of truckers now. Yes. I'm gonna be in Chicago soon, man. I'm gonna come by the farm. I'm gonna stop by. I'm gonna hang out. I do think I might roll out to DC for a couple days, but I'll be back to Chicago. I need to get my eBay store kind of kicking. I gotta freshen it up, get some new stuff, do a couple auctions, a couple estate sales, and get a couple hundred items on, and then I'll roll off to my next destination, wherever that might be. I'm trying to go to Taos, going back to this property I was on, kind of doing some intensive rotational grazing with some goats, sheep, cows, and chickens, but that's kind of up in the air if that's going to happen or not. So, and it doesn't matter to me if it does or doesn't. That's the great thing about it. Like, if it works out, it's going to be an amazing situation. It's an adobe house, super cool. The bathrooms need to be redone. I'll do the bathrooms and the kitchen. It needs some well work, so I got to get a little backhoe and dig up and run some new 4-inch lines for the drain into the septic. But I really don't want to do all that work, but I will because it's a good opportunity. But we'll see. I've done a lot of remodeling. I've helped flip many houses, and I'd rather be doing this. It's much funner. Gray wolf walking across the country. I heard that he was going to do that. Gray wolf. Black wolf. The black wolf was on here the other day. I think it was black wolf, or was it gray wolf? No, black wolf is a trucker. If I didn't have to have my tools for work in my van, it'd be even better. Yeah. I know that firsthand, man. I've gone in and out of tools in my Astro. I've had so many pieces of drywall and plywood and 2x4s and cement and buckets of garbage and buckets of garbage, all that stuff in my van. And I slept with all my eBay stuff. When I first started selling on eBay, I was just doing plushies, super creepy. A van with some dudes selling plushies, but I'd have hundreds of plushies in there, and I'd be like sleeping in the middle of the plushies. I don't really sell plushies anymore. I'll sell a few here and there, but for the most part, I've kind of changed. I've really honed in on what I do. I'm not very specific. I'm a general seller, but I do have some specific categories that I sell in. I like vintage cookware, vintage teapots, and vintage, a lot of vintage stuff, vintage tools, vintage toys. I sell modern tools and modern toys, but I like looking for the vintage stuff. It's just kind of cool to work with, kind of learn a little bit about it. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, there's a black wolf too. And I heard that he was walking. I guess I'm gonna have to tune into that. I don't know much about gray wolf. much about him. I've heard his name a bunch of times. Black Wolf is a trucker from Oregon. My God, it's so hot out here. It's gotta be 95. Well, I'm gonna be nice and tan when I'm done with all this. Well, I think I passed the amount of cars that had passed me yesterday without any luck. The volume, there's so much more volume here. I'm gonna get picked up here. I've been filming for an hour. I thought I'd be within an hour. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm hoping I could catch it on the live as I get picked up. We'll see. Santa does need a lot of walking. Santa needs to get up off that goddamn seats and smoke some cigars. But what Santa really needs to do is tell the people about Marcus, but he won't, and this is why. Look at that. He won't say anything because he was hired, or he was brought in by these people, and you're just in evening commute time. Yeah, I'm in Pendleton. Yeah, evening commute. That's fine. Like, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff here compared. There was one Sinclair, and there was just not a lot of people coming off. So, yeah, Santa. This is what's. I contacted this girl I met in Florida last night, like 4 a.m. I wrote her a message because I had written her a message. She responded, and I just never got back to her. I finally got back to her last night, and she was in charge of the. What's up, James in Ripley, Tennessee? I love Tennessee, but she was in charge of the Telegram pages that got the People's Convoy going, and Rebecca, one of the organizers of the People Convoy, took over that Telegram page, came in as an admin for that group, and deleted the whole thing, like 40,000 people. She started another one, re-got it up to 30,000 again, and Rebecca cut that one too. But yesterday's stream, BC Preacher was filming, and Santa said that Rebecca changed over the Telegram right when it happened. So now Rebecca was from the very get-go in charge. So not too many people know about Rebecca, but Rebecca is the key. She's kind of like behind the scenes, but she transferred that 1776, and she was also probably involved with that $10,000. One of them, Marcus, Brian, or Mike, were involved with that money being transferred over, that 10 grand to Santa. He was put there in place to take over the convoy and to make it sound like no one else was accountable to all of it. Like, not accountable to it, but like, yeah, they all jumped ship, but on purpose. It was like a designed ship jump, if that makes sense. With Santa being the one who was the figurehead to be put into place. Smile. Man, it's so weird. I've changed so much since the convoy too. I salute the police now when they go by. I'm in Oregon, trying to get to Idaho today, James. And I'm glad you could enjoy this and enjoy it. It's fun. You can't travel. I love watching everybody's content and streams, and It's just good to kind of see things outside of your little area, you know? There's just so much out there. Oh, no, okay, I know who Grey Wolf was. Now, Grey Wolf was the one who was defending Marcus. I know exactly who Grey Wolf is. At least I do now. I think I do. Bearded, white hair, older gentleman. He was defending Marcus and stuff when all the People's Convoy were getting all crazy. See, but none of them have mentioned the U.S. Transportation Alliance. That's the key. That's the key. I'm like my friend Kelly said it. She's like, I'm like a dog just grabbing onto something, his toy, not letting go. And I've not let go for 3 months of that U.S. Transportation Alliance because I know that's the root foundation. That's all the whole house is built on that one little bit of information. Once you know about the U.S. Transportation Alliance and their relationship with the FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which is basically what the truckers, all the truckers with the digital log books and all that. That's who controls that, but they're also the ones who control the Jabiru at the border. So the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Association and the U.S. Transportation Alliance, which Marcus Bryan and Mike Landis were all members of. In case you didn't know. If you watch my videos, I've probably said it 1,000 times. You really spelled out quite a bit of them. I tried. You can't let go. They're dirty. No, you know, I can't let go because of all the amazing people I met at the convoy and that feeling I had for almost a month of just of freedom and like kindness and just the spirit of America, of freedom, like real America, not like let's go and destroy all these other countries' America, but like the freedom of America, the drive of it, like, and there was so many good people there. And that's why I can't give up on it. And that's why I'm not going to stop talking about it, because those people deserve to know the truth. And a lot of people said I was nuts and crazy. And thankfully, I've had at least 6 or 7 people come and say, I was wrong, you were right. And thank you. I thought you were a schizophrenic and you were crazy and nuts. But they came and said that and told me that, and that to me meant the world. And it's important that I didn't follow along with all the other streamers and do what the other streamers do, because I'm not like that, man. I don't ask for money. I'm not into the whole like share and subscribe stuff. It's just like repetitive bullshit that everyone who's kind of watching kind of knows. I want content. I want to learn things. I want to know things. I want to know specific things. I want to be able to talk about things. I want to be able to question things. I want people to have opinions different than mine. I don't care really what political spectrum you're on. If you're kind and nice and you're not trying to push that onto me, then it's pretty much fine. Like, or you're not voting for people to push them onto me. But yeah, no, the streamers are they're awful, man. They're awful because none of them have even mentioned that word, U.S. Transportation Alliance, and that is the key. That is the key. Lots of people, nobody picking me up. Oh, I'm most definitely crazy. But like, I've always said it about all my ex-girlfriends, they've all been crazy. It's either a crazy I like or a crazy I don't like. And that's just how it is. And when you try to describe one of your friends, your great friends, it's yeah, well, they're just kind of crazy. You wouldn't understand, but it's a crazy that you like. Crazy could be a really good thing. Crazy could be a really bad thing. In jail, they call it a bug. You're a bug if you're crazy. Definitely need a sign. I know. Coming. I'm gonna do another hour, and if not, then I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna get some cardboard to make a sign. But you're in Oregon, maybe you should put on a mask on. Signs are good. Yeah, so everyone's thinking a sign is the best thing. All right, I'm gonna. It's not easy when you're just with your backpack to make a sign. I mean, there's cardboard everywhere. Yeah, Jason's my only mod. He's the only mod, but he doesn't delete any comments. Or at least I don't think he's ever really deleted any comments. He's might have deleted like some of the porn comments, but that might be it. As I don't need anyone deleting I don't want people deleting stuff. I want all the comments. I want everyone to have their voice. So I am the defender of vans. To DC or bus. Let's go, Brandon. Cigar, dude. I was thinking of doing a Let's Go, Brandon, and a Let's Go, Brandon could work here. And the other place, I didn't have as much options. You should be like a bulky on Perfect Stranger. You could be like bulky on Perfect Strangers, Chicago or bus. What Vic says. America needs to repent for killing so many in another country. We had no business being there. There needs to be accountability. They're still crazy biatch. Awesome people. I met Patriot Mechanic and his wife from Washington State when the convoy came through. I'm not sure if I know Patriot Mechanic. I'm watching maybe I watched his stream. I'm not sure. Nice folks, exactly. What's 1001? Matt? Someone's gonna pick me up without the sign. Oh, I can't wait. I've been thinking about going. I've just been all the way across on the country on the other side, but I was like, man, like I really don't have. I just need to get to Chicago, get to my storage, ship out my whatever I sell on eBay in the next however many days, and then I'll put that store on vacation. I'm gonna head that way right away. I just got to come up with some funds. Just got to come up with little funds. I'm not working much, and just been having too much fun, I guess. And my friends have been taking care of me, so. And I try my best to help them out as much as I can, so it's equal, right? Not like keeping track, but just, yeah. You help me, I help you. You help me, I help you. It's pretty simple. That's how we should be operating a little more. Obviously, it's not the reality for many people. Men. You should have probably talked about it 1,000 times minimum. You said you probably talked about it 1,000 times. Oh, yeah. Well, Matt, you were the first person I brought that to, that I talked to, man. We sat in your 18-wheeler, and I had just gotten that phone call from Ross telling me about Allied Security and about the buses, and it was kind of a shock. And I talked to you, and you're like Yoda, like you're so wise in your articulation of words. You just don't say anything without thinking about it before you spit it out, and I really respect that about you, because you're like Yoda, man. I'm glad I talked to you, and you said you do what your heart says, and you don't hear that type of verbiage from people sometimes. All right, come on. Hour and 20 minutes. Hitch a right east with Richie from Boston. He's in Wyoming right now. Third Eye. My pocket said that. Your pocket said that. Yeah, Third Eye, me and Jason, my friend Jason, who's my mod here, we met her at the water station in Taos. And yeah, she's interesting. She was very kind to us, and just a very happy, energetic person who's been through a lot. And so pleasure to have met you, and I love meeting people in different places. It adds to it. I got so many new friends throughout the country this year. The convoy, and then I've just been all over the place this year. Loving life. I wish I recorded some of my adventures the last 5-6 years, because my YouTube channel would probably be huge at this moment. But everything happens for a reason, and I kind of like being like raw and like dirty and not good. And yeah, I like bootleg, you know, organic, grassroots. Although someone told me that grassroots in Florida, one of the guys said that grassroots was like a counter, like it was bad. I have to look into it. I haven't sat down and Googled it, but the origin of the word grassroots was actually opposite of what it means, is what this old man was saying. But I'm not sure. Whew. Come on. All right, I think I'm gonna have to kill this stream here, because I want to be able to record throughout the days here. And I sat and got charged up, but it takes quite a few hours to charge up. So I appreciate everyone being here, and thanks for tuning in. I love all you guys. Give someone a hug today. Make sure you check out in the comments. Let me go back and scroll through and check out that name of that one anarchist, or let's see what we should go subscribe to her. Let's see. Anarchy Princess. So subscribe to her, like and share her stuff, give her some comments. You guys know the deal, man. I don't have to tell you this. You guys aren't idiots. But yeah, peace, love. I'll see you guys soon. Later. I better check out. God bless you. No problem, Zick. Thank you, Jenny. Be safe. Thank you. I was there today at the water thing. Very cool. All right, I'm out. Love you guys.